Hey guys, the MMOSpecialist here for MMOattack.com. You should check the link in the description. Head over to their website for this and other free MMOs to play. They also got the daily XP, a bunch of free giveaways, and a lot of other stuff going on, so be sure to check that out. I'll put a link in the description. Today we're taking a look at Heva Clonia Online. This is a free-to-play MMORPG. It is an anime style, a bit cartoony. It was released originally in 2009 in Korea, but it's basically just become available here in North America. So there is some Korean voice acting, but it has been translated, so we'll see that. So first of all, I have to select a server. As you can see here, there's only one right now, and then we can select a channel. So the channel condition is average, and then the rest are low. So we'll go with the average one. So first of all, as you can see, I do have 2 character slots available, and I would assume you can probably unlock more down here, and it looks like there's up to 5 pages, so I guess you could probably have 25 characters. You can see I have one level 3 Traveler, and we'll talk about the leveling scheme in a bit, but we'll first take a look at the character customization. So first of all, you can basically name the character. You do have to check, so we'll name this guy Special One. We'll check that. Perfect. So we have male, female. We do have quite limited customization for our characters, as is typical for many anime-style MMOs. And this is kind of like a cutish feel to it. It doesn't take itself very seriously, as you can see already with the graphics. They are on max for the game, so this is basically as good as it's going to look. But you can still see the hairstyles and all that. So you can choose a couple different hairstyles, different hair color, face type, and then we can change that shirt and the pants. So there's not very much customization, but again, in a game like this, which is not very hardcore, it's not really a big part of the game. So you can see male, female, and a couple customizations for each. So yeah, basically once you've done that, we'll just select a male character. Oops, sorry, male. And we'll just go with that, and we'll create our character. So after you create a character, you'll enter basically the loading. You know how in most games you do have an area where you basically learn the game. This is it right here, as you can see in the map in the top right. The heads up display is pretty standard, skills in the bottom here, with your short keys, so A, S, D, E, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One bad thing I've noticed is WASD is not to move. You do use the arrow keys standardly. I'm not sure if you can change that. I'm sure you probably can. But you can see all the menus here, so we have character info, pets, skills, and all that. But yeah, so the game does have a pretty cartoony feel. We use C to jump. I keep wanting to have one finger on the mouse at all times, so it gives me a bit of a hard time. But yeah, basically there's a little bit of voice acting there, and it is in Korean, so if you are Korean, good for you. If not, then too bad. The combat style is not too bad. As you can see here, I am level 60 to start. So this is basically that I'm in a dream, and this will basically teach you the most of the basics of the game. Pretty sure we use X to pick up stuff. Oh, space. And you can just point to click, and you can attack with X, and you can use your hotkeys down here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as skills. And this is basically the combat in the game. So this is basically would be the highest level combat. So once you get to level 60, then you would basically fight like this. We'll look at some of the starting battling. It's kind of boring. As you can see, you don't move much. It's not a very dynamic fighting style. You basically just run through your skills, and while you're doing your skills, there's not much movement, which is kind of too bad. Because in the game, a lot of games nowadays, that's becoming pretty much the standard, is the dynamic fighting style, like in games like Raiders or things like that. So, here we go. We're going to use the HP potion. D. Where's D? I used it. But yeah, so this game isn't very, very in-depth that way. There's kind of a couple cool animations, as you can see, but again, the anime style does really come through in all aspects of the game. So even with all these monsters and all that, we've got some Z targeting, Zelda style, so instead of using tab to target through monsters, you just use Z. Again, pretty standard of a lot of MMOs. As it was released in 2009, you do expect the features to be a little bit behind, but I think the main attraction of this game would be kind of the cartoony fun style. Here's a nice skill here. And I can move when doing this skill. This is an AoE skill, obviously. But most of the skills, I'm basically just stuck here attacking, and I can't move. But yeah, this is basically the beginning part of the game. The camera's a little bit weird. You can move it with a right click and go around, but the second you start moving again, it will pan over. So, yeah, it's not terribly great. It does have a bit of a platform feel at first. Especially in this little area here, you're very... you kind of platform around from here to there. There's kind of a couple funny things in the game, like these little cannons that will shoot you around, stuff like that. But it is almost like a side scroller when you start. But once you get out of this little practice area, it will become more of a open world free to play. So as you can see here, it almost looks like a side-scrolling MMO, but that's not really the case. A little double jump. But yeah, this is basically just going to give you a feel of the game, give it a little test it out. So I'm just going to jump out of here, and we will take a look at some of the gameplay in other parts of the world. Okay, so this is basically what the world looks like as you start. As you can see here, there is a pet or clone system. We'll pull that up here. This is basically your clone index, so you can collect them. It's kind of almost like a Pokemon feel, which is really cool. We also have your skill info here, so as you level up, you will get different skills. And leveling works, it's kind of an interesting way. It works basically on a progressive system, so at level 10, you can choose a class. I think there's Knights and Magicians, Warriors, something like that. And then again at level, I think it's 30, you choose again, and then again at level 50, you choose from there. So basically you can kind of customize your character as you go along, but basically from 1 to 10, from 10 to 30, from 30 to 50, you just basically learn the skills that you have picked for that class. But that's the skill menu there. Character info, here's my character. As you can see, I got a little hat on and some armor. And this will just give you a little bit of stats on your character. So this is your main weapon, your secondary weapon. This will pull up your avatar, so you can basically get different clothes for your avatar aside from the clothing you're wearing. And thus you can get some. This is a clone, so you can get different clones here. You start off with a sea urchin. Basically, what you do is you collect these orbs, and then you go to this guy. I'm not sure where he's at. Oh, he's back there. Then you can basically go to a cloner and you can incubate an egg and then clone it. Similar to a lot of other games that do kind of push that, especially ones from overseas, where you can get basically the pets that are in the game. And this will basically level independently from you and attack as well. And as you can see the little menu down here. We also have like party search, very typical for MMOs especially. You know, system options. We have community info, so there's guilds and you can become couples. Which is another small thing, and then your block list, friends list, obviously fairly standard. You can have mail, like a lot of other MMOs, so nothing really that new. I think the main attraction for this game would be the kind of the character feel, and I can just click on somebody, I can party invite them, I can chat them, create a couple with them, all that kind of stuff. So very standard, not a whole lot of new aspects in this game. They do have this in-game music player, which is pretty cool, where you can basically load in a file of music and you can try it out, which is pretty neat. Didn't really expect that, kind of just seen it on a different video and thought it was pretty neat, so I tried it out and it does work. And this is your inventory, so again, you know, pretty standard. This is your inventory with a bunch of slots. And you can also get cash. So here we can call this guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so now he's floating with us, and you also get a couple of items and things like that. So when you start the game, it's just basically little incentives to keep you going. The biggest downfall of this game is that there is a lot of this. I have another character that's about level 30, I think, or 20, 25 or something. And there's basically just grinding like crazy, which is kind of too bad because, I mean, you do get used to games where there's a lot more intricate quests and things like that, and to get back to just grinding for hours is kind of boring. But that is very typical of games like this. I'm getting my ass kicked, so I'm getting out of here. But yeah, guys, that's basically Heva Clonia. If you have any more other features that you guys have found out or things that you like about the game, be sure to let me know. This is basically just my first impression. I really like the cartoony style. Kind of reminds me of Wind Waker, to be honest. But that's basically it. I know I probably said like a million times, but that's because I do these videos in one take, so you actually get my impressions and not some scripted BS about this, that, and the other. So that's basically the game, guys. Be sure to click subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you want to see, let me know what games I should try. If there's anything I missed, just let me know. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a great day.